Hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3. And when last we left off, we did a bit of running around the Citadel, and we've got our first official mission. We have to go and save a Primarch on Palaven, Turian Primarch. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Hopefully we might actually get to... The people, weapons, armies and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. I don't think many people play the multiplayer in this game anymore, so I don't imagine galactic readiness is going to be all that grand. And we only really have Alliance what's names at the moment, but it's a 580, that's not too bad. So we've got the Alliance Engineering Corps, 103rd Marine Division, 1st, 3rd, 5th Fleet, Diane Allers. Alliance Frigate, Normandy, SR2. That's us. Mineral Resources, and Kalasaya Bins... Oh yeah, Al-Jalani, the reporter lady. So, we're not doing too bad. Effective military strength, 290. This is the minimum. We need to get it up here somewhere. Own the Reapers hardcore. Now, I'm hoping there's somewhere on the ship, I can't remember if a trainer told me, if there's somewhere I can reconfigure my... Oh, Alliance shuttle. Reconfigure my abilities, because...
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
Because I need to
Commander,
sort my skills
the
out.
Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Lovely jubbly, thank you very much. That was a creepy head turn. I'm pretty sure you turned your head too far. Private terminal. Review messages sent to you. Watch training videos on advanced... Okay. Now, I believe what I didn't realise when I first played, or come back to playing this, is some of the combat has changed, and I have been looking up on that, and there are like various things you can do that, or various ability combos you can perform that, yeah, will benefit in combat. Don't know where I was going with that. Special ops from Stephen Hackett. Shepard, Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to a Cerberus lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound. Hackett. This letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. Under Emergency War Powers Registration 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic immunity. Authority to establish treaties with non-human races is required to support your mission. Sincerely, Admiral Hackett. Emergency flash traffic urgent. Alliance Fleet operations flash X1A.34. All Alliance military personnel. This is galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Sable 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol system. Earth under Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol system at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directed to commence any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside Sol Theatre are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instructions, independent action is authorised. We have a new sniper rifle from Liara to Sony. A few weeks ago, I found an interesting schematic for a fully automatic sniper rifle called the Indra. The set I commissioned has been delivered to the Normandy. You can find the rifle in the weapons lockers. The Indra will do far more good in your hands than it would sitting in a warehouse. Alliance News Network contributor by Rux Aurelius. Citadel, where's the Quarian fleet? The latest intelligence shows that the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases their home worlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians, who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic Geth centuries ago, but as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Turian and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination, and there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimages to rejoin the fleet. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. Read Ruxius Aurelius's regular column, View of the Empire, exclusively on ANN. You have an upgrade waiting. Glyph. Dear Commander Shepard, some of the data you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Sony's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day, GIF. Priority mission, Eden Prime. Alliance Command. Commander, Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony, but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. Ooh, that might be the first thing we do, actually, because I know what that mission that is. That's Ashes to Ashes, and that will get us another crew member. Now, we all know where we're going to find Joker. That's right, the only thing on the ship that hasn't changed, the damn cockpit. Cockpit. I'm such a child.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
Okay.
Commander.
So that's all he's got to say. I'm a little disappointed in you, Joker. Normally there's more to say. Right. We got the CIC. I think we need to take the elevator. We've got to go and have a look, see what else we got knocking about on this boat of ours. I suppose I could talk to Trainer a bit more quickly.
Come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay. Yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
A freaking toothbrush that costs 6,000 credits.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
Relax, kiddo.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
No pressure on me or anything, no, eh, toots? Jesus.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Personal history.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
I want that frickin' toothbrush. Sounds like the bomb diggity. So we've got the captain's cabin. Actually, we've got to check there. The Wannabang quarters. Hey, we've got to recollect our ships. That. They took away Boo! The bastards. And my fish. God damn.
I'm not pleased. Okay, what do we have? Casual? Yeah, looks a little too... Yeah, we'll go with that. Jacket, trousers, shirt. Yeah, that's pretty chill. Armor set. Ooh, what have we got here then? Okay, so we've got the Cerberus Ajax armor. Oh, and that's it. Ah! I really don't have anything, do I? Oh, I've got the Casa Fabrication. Let's take the shield gen. Regen. Well. Okay, there's some material. Pattern. Oh, pattern colour. Tint. Right, let's get this looking right. I can't remember what colours I had before. I think it was blue and orange. Some kind of blue and orange, I think. Yeah, we need to get a pattern in here. Here we go, pattern 2, I think. Oh, lights. Oh, we'll have green lights, why not? Man, let's funk it up. Gotta funk it up. I don't know, is that too brown? Is that not orange enough? No, I think this is more orange. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yeah. Yeah! That'll do. Save it.
Exit. I might get more armor suits later on. Who knows? I thought I had more than that. Okay. So we've been to the CIC. Let's head to the crew deck next. Oh, good grief. Actually, this is the memorial. I'm going to assume these are the people we lost on the original Normandy? Frickin' dog, man. Got Ashley Williams. Oh, there was somebody else on the Normandy as well. Oh yeah, we've got Jenkins. And Exo Presley. Yeah, there he is. Well, there's no Samara here. And I don't believe she's a returning... I think you briefly see her. But I don't think she's actually a character that returns to fight alongside you. I am only wounded by the fact that Tali doesn't actually show up in your roster for a long time. The hell is that? Ah, model of the Destiny Ascension. So somebody's gone and hidden all my damn wasp names everywhere. Oh, itchy nose. Oh, well hell, we got a poker table here, folks. Why does that give me Star Trek vibes? All I can imagine is Commander Data sitting here with his little half cap on, or whatever they call them. I forget the names of them now. Well, not a lot going on around here, is there, folks? Nothing there. Ah, Liara's office. Woohoo!
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Will do indeed.
Didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
I'm shocked.
At least the Council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered. I think.
Okay, what can we get here? Armor mod kit. Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to the Normandy, technically illegal in Citadel space. The kit's Omni-Gel converter and manufacturing fabricator can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armor, improving shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. Shield strength, please. I think that was it. Upgrades. None. Yes. Okay. Yes, as an engineer, I think shield strength is probably going to be the way forward. Because I shouldn't need more thermoclip capacity, as I'm supposed to be using my abilities more.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Glyph, remind me to clean up these old notes. Perhaps reviewing them will lead to something useful for the Prothean device. Liara. 2171. The University of Ceres agreed to sponsor me at the Prothean dig on Drayterop. Very exciting. Professor Henna was heading the expedition herself. Maybe I can even ask her for her opinion on the thesis outline. Attachment, thesis on Prothean first contact protocols. 2174. I believe Dr. Joshorn was right to suggest that the Prothean artifacts we unearthed are from the Third Age, not the Fourth. What an embarrassing mistake. At least he seemed to approve of the rest of the paper. Attachment, paper on comparison of Prothean technology to modern Asari circuit logic. 2183, Part 1. I'm going on the Theorem expedition. I never thought I'd gain permission to visit the Prothean ruins there, but the University of Ceres must have secured the funding after all. Now to pack. Attachment, paper on the end of the Prothean Empire. 2183, Part 2. Goddess. This human, Shepard, has the key to comprehending the Protheans on an instinctual, subconscious level. If only I could have been there when the commander touched the beacon on Eden Prime. I tried to learn more about the cipher on board the Normandy. The involvement of the Reapers is troubling, to say the least. Attachment, paper on the end of the Prothean Empire with correction notes. 2185. I reviewed the old Shadow Brokers footage of the Collectors. It's chilling to know that they're the Protheans' husks. At least nothing sentient could possibly remain after what the Reapers did to them. Attachment, paper on Prothean biology. Message from Operative Farron to the broker. I made contact with Tazit yesterday. The look on his face was priceless. He's not happy you put me in charge of scouting the Terminus systems, but he's doing a good job of keeping us alive. I've never seen so many pirates and mercs on edge. The black market's unreliable and it's getting harder to make contact with suppliers. The Alliance won't be able to rely on it as a source of crucible materials for long if things get worse. Some of the other operatives think we should cut our losses now, but I just keep asking them, when did the odds ever stop the broker? Farron. P.S. Hope you finally got our little friend Droney to stop saying shadow and broker out loud in the same sentence to anyone in sight. Oh dear. Let's have a word with Liara then.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
Hey, well, there we go. A little brief conversation with Liara, but I reckon she's got more to say. Let's get it out in the open.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Coming from Liara, that's a pretty significant threat.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
Jesus, Shepard, you're supposed to look at a lady when you're talking to her. What is going on?
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
I think Shepard's possessed.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
That was the most bizarre conversation I've ever had. I swear to God. I'll admit, I'm not very sociable, but damn, I'd at least look at somebody when I'm talking to them. Oh, no Charquois. Bit of a letdown. Hello. No bonus power available. Jeez. Ooh. Resign powers! Yay. Right. I'm going to sort that out quickly, and then I'll cut back. Okay, folks, I'm back. I have reconfigured my powers, which means I'm going to have to move around all sorts of bits and bobs in my ability thing once I get a chance. Why are we keeping this thing? I know why we're keeping this thing. Alright, well, it's just stuck there in the AI core. No chakras though. Bit of a bummer that. Don't think I can run any faster than this. Oh, maybe I can. Oh! We haven't got Garrus yet. So he can't tell us how much he's calibrating the guns. Right, we are done on the crew deck. We need to head to... ooh, engineering bay. I don't think there's going to be much here, to be fair. Let's head down first. Don't think there's going to be no Jack down here. Oh, there is a missing ship. Ah, we got our Turian cruiser back. Oh, and Sovereign. And the Shadow Broker ship. God damn. Better come down here now. Right, what have we got over here? Starboard cargo. Ah, this is where Diane Allers hangs out. We'll have a chinwag with her in just a moment.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Good grief, is that even possible? Okay, let's take a look at the engine room. See what we've got knocking about down here. There ain't no Tali yet. Anyway, Engineer Adams. Adams!
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Your alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
I am so glad that a AAA title has top quality animations.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers?
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Hey, there we go.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Edie's part of the crew after all, despite being a Cerberus AI. She knows which side her bread's buttered. Right, Shuttle Bay. Oh, this has been a long trip round the Normandy. Right, what have we got over here? Nothing. Ah, we've got a couple of items here, though. Got my Alliance cruiser back. Geth cruiser returned. Got a couple of other faces down here that we can talk to, and we will. I've got a feeling this is going to be another chinwag episode, and I'm so sorry about that, folks. But, like I said, dem's the brakes. I've got nearly all my model ships back, I think, now. There's James. Working on those pull-ups. Couldn't tell you what they're called. I've never set foot in a gym. Can you tell? Oh dear. Right. Let's check out the tables first, then we'll have a talk to some of the crew. Ooh, weapon upgrades. Woof. Improve weapon. Oh, these taken from a level 1 to a level 2. I sees now. I sees you. I sees what it's all about. Yeah, with Acolyte is absolutely horrible. We'll not be upgrading that. I need to decide what kind of weapon setup I'm going to want, to be fair, because I don't think SMG is going to help me out too much. I might try and switch to a shotgun setup. I've got there was an idea that I wanted to try with the sniper rifle, because normally it is better in the hands of the soldier and the infiltrator, because I think the infiltrator can like slow time with scoping, and the soldier can use adrenaline rush or whatever to slow down time to make it easier to get those headshots. I was thinking the sniper rifle in conjunction with Cryoblast. Now, I haven't taken Cryoblast, so I can't really try that just yet, but it is something to consider. But I think what I might do is I might take a shotgun approach. Oh, keep pushing the wrong button. So if you bear with me just a second, folks, I'm gonna have a bit of a fiddle here, and I will skip back to when I've found something I like. Okay, I've gone with a shotgun, just the shotgun, so I'm going to see how I get on with that in the next combat mission I have. I don't suppose it's going to be that great, but I don't know if I can actually upgrade the one that I've chosen here. Ah, yes, I can actually. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Does that mean it's changed here? Let me just check. 2, yes. Oh, and it does actually improve the weight a little. Okay. What we've got here? Certa supplies. Buy Medigel upgrades. Buy shotgun, pistol, sniper rifle and assault rifle mods. Armour also available. And Spectre requisitions. Ha! Yeah, okay, no. This one is on the affordable bracket. Model Alliance Kodiak. We'll grab it. It's always nice to get those silly little items. What have we got? Shotgun spare thermal clip 1. Increases spare shot capacity by 50%. Adds sockets to raise thermal kit. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need that. All we've got under Certa supplies, nothing. Okay, let's speak with Lieutenant Cortez, a new face aboard the Normandy.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them?
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
I wonder what CAG means.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
Oh no, the M44 Hammerhead is gone. Whatever shall we do? Oh god, I'm glad that thing's destroyed.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
I mean, I've got to admit, that does kind of make sense.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The Collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Whew, heavy. Yeah, didn't mean to walk into that train wreck of a conversation. Do apologise. Losing one's family is devastating.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. That is Cortez. Forgot his name there for a second. Spoken to and dealt with. Let's talk to Vega, and then we'll have to call this video a wrap for now.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
I think I can handle it.
This should be interesting.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, loco.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Yeah, we're showing him who's boss. I thought there was a button prompt thing there, but it was just a bunch of renegade Paragon options. Well, that's everybody caught up with on the ship. Would you look at that, folks? Would you just look at that? I have absolutely no idea how to start missions. Oh, God, what am I doing? Right, okay. I'm going to go to wherever it is. I need to figure out how to begin missions. Because, you know, we don't want to be stuck on this ship forever. Ah, the old galaxy map. That must be where it is. Oof. Glad things, glad not all things change. Anyway, I'm going to save it here now, folks. Again, apologies for another chit-chat mission. That's just the way it goes in games like this. And when we return, hopefully we'll be able to get some shooty, gunny, explodey, McSploderton things happening. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye. Hey, let me take a second to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, then give it a thumbs up. It really helps. Hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with released content and streams. Also, click that bell for those notifications. And please, feel free to leave a comment. This is VaguelySane, signing off.